Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for watching today's reading. So today I'm doing Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and we're going to go ahead and start with Cancer. So in your pre-shuffle for this reading, you got two cards, the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So getting just a little information about that. So the Knight or the Seven of Swords is like being confident, maybe overly confident. But in reverse, it's like a need to acknowledge a challenge in order to move forward. So it's a time for letting go of self-doubt or any attachments. And that Knight of Swords is also a person who is very swift about handling things like this. It feels like you have a very critical energy about handling this and very ambitious, very energetic and self-determined. You have very clear intentions and your eye is on the prize right now. So it's definitely important to acknowledge the challenges, like to move forward. I'm hearing so let's do your reading. We'll start with seeing what is the situation. Also, as you are watching, make sure at some point you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. So, situation. What is the situation for Cancers? Oh, wait, 1 second. It's okay. Cancers to start it off, so I don't need to write down anything, but eventually I will have to use my notebook. So if you hear me writing, that's why. But let's go ahead and get your challenge. So your challenge right now is something that you're having to commit to, some sort of commitment. This commitment may cause a certain sort of disharmony. If you have to focus more on yourself, there could be just some sort of imbalance with your time, of the expectations made on your time. So that may just be a challenge now. Like if you have so many people looking to get energy from you, it's an imbalance because you also need your own time, your own energy to get into alignment. So you may be having a fear of commitment when too many people to expect things of you. So let's see. You may feel like pressured to be obedient to their expectations. Let's see what's your actions here. What's your actions? So the card that popped out is the Nine of Swords in reverse, talking about inner turmoil, also maybe some moodiness. Looking at another card that popped out, something like just an overactive imagination that you have about worries. Maybe your commitment here is putting a lot of pressure on you, and it's just causing you to, think if I speak up about this, then I'm worried that there'll be a negative reaction. So maybe you're having a lot of inner conversations, and you're not even reaching out to people about them. You just have some deep-seated fears that you're not sharing here. That could be the issue, but I know Cancers are typically more emotional, but that doesn't mean everybody else can handle emotions like you can. So sometimes you just have an inner struggle instead of making it theirs, but not feeling the need to make anything your burden right now. So what's the outcome of reversing this energy? Reversing anxiety and releasing fear. So what's the outcome? It's clear. So I wasn't going to mention it, but of course I'm going to mention it. 9, 6, 9. And this looks like, obviously this looks like a 6, but it's a 9, so 999 if you change it. But this is typically a 6, which is about movement, a lot of balance. So you're looking to make a lot of changes here. I love when the numbers come up. Hello everybody in the chat. So wishing come true, a lot of strength and courage it took. 9 is the number of completion, so a lot of courage that it took to get here, to to acquire this sort of stability. It is very, you feel like very gratitude, very grateful to be back in inner harmony, emotional harmony for yourself. That is the ultimate satisfaction to you. So let's see where you are now. Let's see you. Let's get a card that describes you. When I get this card, I just think about like a happy childhood. This is a water card. It makes me think about cancers, how they're said to be like more nurturing anyway, and just very, I just feel like home, nostalgia, innocence, a lot of that. So you have that feeling, you like to cultivate that vibration. So like I said about the 9 cards, the 9 of swords in reverse, any disharmony for you has to go. So definitely you're working on providing an amazing life for yourself and for anyone around you. So what's your path? Releasing burdens, feeling the need to doing it all. I kind of said that about the card where I mentioned people needing a lot from you that you are not available to give. The card basically was the Lovers in reverse, where it's the self-love, because loving and being responsible for yourself first is one of the most nourishing things you could do for anybody else around you. You first, putting down the burden, feeling like you need to do it all or burn out so that other people can, be able to, have good lives. You realize that you can't get stressed enough for anybody else to relax or anything like that. So the number 10 is about completing something and not, not going back, not making it a continuous cycle, like putting down the burden and being sure about that. Let's see. What's your potential? So you have the 4 of Wands, which is a celebration card. Also, this card in reverse talks about conflict. So being in the, being in the celebration energy, that community, all of that, being able to be in that energy for yourself is one of the things that gets you to that completion space as well. 6 is 10, 6 and 4, 10. Making a choice, moving forward. I always love when the numbers on here are the same. But being in a personal celebration, being okay with yourself, that type of vibration, it really does bring harmony to everything around you. So You're not surprised when you put down burdens, you're not surprised that the best things in the world can start happening to you because that's the energy that you're attracting. So let's see, where are you now? Definitely in the vibration of nurturing, compassion, having emotional stability for yourself. You're using your best powers, everything that you've learned about people over the years, the good and the bad. You're using it right now for yourself, and you're allowing that to be your comfort, to be your healing. You're allowing your lessons to be your healing. That's what I'm hearing. And you're learning, and you're, like I said, you're better for it, and the people around you are always better for that as well. Anybody that meets you. So let's see where you want to go with this. Where do you want to go? With a lot of hard work and diligence, just maintaining your high standards is not really hard work, but it does require a level of certain mastery of yourself. So it's not something that you just pick up and put down and expect to be, Van Gogh if you don't, practice with the paintbrush every day or something, So that goes for emotions as well. If you don't study yourself or study people or study emotions on all of that on a daily, because we all have emotions clearly. So your skill is a skill to be so intuitive. It's really a skill. That's an handed skill, not underhanded, but it's just like not a well talked about. People talk about people who paint, who make music and blah blah blah, but they don't mention people who are creative and intuitive in emotional ways. So you have a lot of high standards, maintaining those daily and becoming a master. That's that energy, 8 energy. That's the energy of this year, 2024. Also, let's see. Lastly, your last card, we're going to see how we get to this emotional mastery. That's what I'm calling it for Cancer. Emotional mastery. Master of your passion. Being free, letting go, new beginnings, trusting yourself, trusting life to guide you, whatever you've been through, understanding that, like I said, the lessons is what's teaching you, and you're allowing that to be better. You're allowing that to advance you. All of these things that look like things that could stop you opened you up to many new possibilities, and now it is like it's a major adventure. Like nothing can stop you. So, all right, let's get some angel. This one is something is that. It's really good. Get 3. And 2 more just popped out. This first card is crazy because I've been doing a lot of reading and researching on this alone. So I definitely feel like this will be the card to help some of you. So ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So maybe there is a burden that you've been carrying around because you are afraid to ask for help from spirit, from people around you. But clearing that out and understand asking and is given before. I love this. I have to tell you this. It says, before you even knock, I will answer the call. I just love that because it's so comforting. So I just wanted to tell you that that's the truth for you too. So attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So, lastly, clearing debts. Your self care involves removing the heavy burden. That Nine of Wands in reverse. Let me keep going. Heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. That couldn't be any more clearer. I swear. I swear. It's too many. Okay. That couldn't be any more clearer. Let's see your fortune. Bell announcement. It's going to feel like the toll bell ringing, or maybe you're making an announcement, letting people know what you will and won't do. Romance is in the air, attracting something, not chasing it. I definitely felt that with the chasing energy. And spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Wow, so much comes when you clear out old things, let them go. Wow, this reading was great for you, Cancer. I appreciate you for watching, for liking, and for, just being here for however long you were. Now let's move on to Leo. Leo. So to my Leos. I don't know why that makes me think of a song. Is that Fetty Wap? Maybe you like that. Maybe he's a Leo or something. I don't know. But to my Leos, you have Two of Cups, and Six of Swords. So, looking at the Two of Cups, that card is all about cooperation, engagement, union. So there's definitely a big energy of like getting together, maybe something very big, something very loud, something that everywhere you look, people are calling for some type of unity, and you really want to participate in that. So in whatever way that you can, your passion, around this time as well, there's always this like unity, coming together to make a change type of energy, because you realize with this Six of Swords right here, it's about new levels, successes after turmoil. So just with that energy, it could be on a world scale and it could be on your personal scale, just moving on and triumphing, making a change. There may be some sacrifices going on and taking place that with the Two of Cups, when you come together about unity, people stop having to sacrifice in the same way, because you are unifying the people and letting them know a different way, that they don't have to sacrifice, that they don't have to struggle. It says Six of Swords is all about that success. After turmoil, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So you could be a part of the unity message, letting people know that, and your voice is very big. So people listen to Leos. You can't ignore Leo. So go ahead and see what you got. It's a pleasure to do this reading for you. I hope that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Last one. Okay. Take a look at your situation. Immediately, we have the transition card. You are forcing the end of a cycle. And when I say forcing, I just mean that the 4 is about control and organization. So union is coming up again. You're saying goodbye to the energies that are resistant to change. You recognize that there's a world change, there's an inner change that need to happen, and metamorphosis means an end of a cycle, a transition. Wow. Let's see your path, the Leo. Like I said, when you speak, people really listen, so you find yourself being a new world leader at this point, because people love taking your advice or whatever. Courage. That fire energy. Come on now. Come on. Courage, independence, definitely, upheld. Your actions is to stay in that energy of determination. Sometimes, like I said, when you're making this change, you're the changer, and there is an opposite player that is resistant to your changes. So it's like, let's say it's 4 players in life. If you're trying to be the number 1, the queen, you have to stay determined on making that change, controlling, organizing, unionizing, whatever. It's unity. Let's see, what's your outcome? Ooh, got the Wheel of Fortune for your outcome. Yes, I am starting to do personal readings. I'll make some announcements on my community tab just for the people asking. I am going to do that, so if you want it, it'll be up soon later today. So just letting you know. But yes, getting back to it, the reading, your outcome says that you are at a turning point. Destiny is like taking the wheel, and it kind of came out, on the side. So it's like you have so much power at this wheel, like you're at the wheel of life, and depending on what you do, not just about the cycle of the world, but the change starts with you. Anything starts with you. Whatever big change you plan on making in the world, you have already realized that in order to get other people to change, that fire energy, this is fire too, in order to get other people to change, you take that first initiative. And that's why people listen to you, because they don't just hear your words, they see your actions, they put it with your words, and you have that ability to metamorphosize them and yourself at the same time. It's pretty unpredictable. It's not like you can really calculate it, but people see you being the change, and that's a turning point. So let's get some more information on you. Be the change you want to see. Let's see. Shaking the table. Well, you might be shaking the table. The wheel came out again. I shuffled 3 times. And then so you might just be at a turning point in life. I don't know what to tell you. This might be, one of the big events. The number 10 is about an upward spiral in life, completion. The number 10. Also, a completion doesn't mean an ending. It means morphing into a new beginning and another new beginning and another and another and another and another. So that is, you know, your energy. You recognize the end is not really the end, it's another beginning. So there's always a continued upward spiral that you can go on. It's always a turning point. You're never like stuck or trapped into a space. You can always metamorphosize, transmute energy. That's what you realize. So let's see what's your path on this turning point. So you have the King and the Queen of Wands. I mean, you might have to have courage. You might need a lot. You're a natural leader, an entrepreneur. Might have been overcoming so many challenges that you're ready to make this change. So there's certain things in your life that are catalysts for big moments, whether you realize it or not. There's a reason why you're watching this video, because you feel something already going on that you want to make a change. So there's certain things that you do along your way to help you overcome the challenges, the daily challenges, the emotional challenges, career challenges, whatever. You have to be focused on. You're a big picture thinker. So you have to, you know, in the trials, the best thing about you, Leo, is that in your trials, you're able to still have the big picture vision, and no matter the smaller challenges, you're able to overcome it so that you can get to that happy ending that you so desperately seek. Let's keep going. What's your potential? You might be moving on to higher luxury, a lot of opportunities when you get into alignment because you're the star. A lot of compassion. Feeling. Let me shuffle. Let's see, what's your potential? I have a lot of potential because half the damn deck popped out. So you must have a lot of potential. And that's definitely the card of a lot of potential, multiple streams of income, multiple priorities, having to manage your time, being able to balance different decisions, being a boss. That's what that looks like. Even the fact that you're able to have multiple streams of income or multiple things that you do that you're just so good at, that's a part of being a visionary and being able to, you know, put together pieces of a puzzle that other people can't so easily do. You might be a visionary. You might be. Okay. Let's see. Where are you now? Let's see. Where are you now? Three different cards popped out. The real one. I'm taking the first one. Going against the grain. Maybe you just realized that something doesn't work for you and you're not going to force it. You're walking out on faith. You're going to, you're weighing your options and deciding that maybe you have come to the point that red doesn't work for me or blue doesn't work for me because I want another color. A mesh in other colors, a purple, a green, or whatever. You've decided that you want your freedom. And that's the choices that you're going to make. And 5 is the number of changes. So you're going to make those changes because that's what's unexpected of you. People usually just keep going, chasing the wheel. But Leos are the one that leads and goes against the grains, goes against the schisms, and whatever. You walk out on faith. You're really the one that makes the big decisions. Like, when you have that sudden awareness, you choose the happiness, and like I said, people just follow you because when you make that change, it's evident on you. So where do you want to go? This looks like the Garden of Eden or something. It's like temperance, balance, just plenty, purpose, finding meaning in life, and not just being the number 5 again. Y'all, I can't. 5, 5. You want change and you are passionate about it. Wow. You want purpose, you want plenty, you want freedom, and you're passionate about it, and you're getting it. And because you want it, life is opening up in such an unexpected way. Unexpected. So unexpected. How will you get there? Giving, being giving. Wow. 5, 5. Moving right into the 6, which is like being solution oriented. Being solution oriented and making those changes, not just seeing the change, being the change type of energy. Giving, sharing, and being generous in your own way, not overgiving. Leos are very quick to tell you no. Not me, girl, no. But they will. It's like a world, like they're a helping hand, like in the world, on such a large scale. They'll do what they need to do for self-care because they're balanced. 6 is the number of balance. So let's get some from this deck. Getting 3. Thank you. Just like a Leo to get more. I knew that's what. Let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you, or source, whatever word you want to use, for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. That's a certain part of certain courage to release guilt, release jealousy. Only then can you move on, detoxing yourself, surroundings. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something and you have everything. So let's be clear on that. And the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So it may not be just on a personal level. It may just be successes of the world. And not everybody is meant to shine the same. Leos definitely shine in their own way, their own light. So using that and letting it motivate you. Detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. With supportive people, need supportive people around them. You can't always feel like the friend or the whoever that gives and gives and gives, because that causes resentment, guilt, and jealousy. If no one ever helps you, you'll get jealous of the person that you always give help to, because you're like, dang, no one ever gives to me. So being sure that you're able to give and receive in the flow. Speaking of that, have courage to ask for and accept. Okay, accept help too. So ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask for help, ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this existence, okay? As well as give it to others as you are guided. This was your whole reading. Literally. The 6 of, I told you about that with that 6 of Pentacles, like, you have to know when to give, when to receive, and it came out in the third position as well, letting you know that's a clarifier. So I'm just letting you know. You might be clarifying it. I swear, I feel like that's real too. Like if you always help people, but you don't receive the same help back, you probably hold some resentments about it. So letting that go could be helpful. But also asking for help and having the supportive people around you. So too many. Sun, that sun card. Sun, happiness and well-being. That yellow. We got hard work ahead, so you may be building a table, knowing that hard work ahead always also means when you get that work done, you also get to have peace and harmony at the end. So building a great table for you to feast at is always a pleasure because you get to feast afterwards, right? That leads to that peace and harmony, well-being, happiness, and everything that anybody searches for. So you're not a stranger to hard work. You love hard work because I can't genuinely say this about every sign, but I feel like I can genuinely say this about a Leo. I know I got a Leo mama, okay? And it's not about overgiving, overworking, or toxic anything. It's about you genuinely enjoy building something that is long lasting. I feel that from you. So that's your reading. Oop. Bionic corn. Okay. I just threw. Okay. Now we have Virgo. So we have Virgo next. Oh, I also need to write down. All right. So you have Justice and Judgment, which is two major arcana. So major arcana really just means that you're really doing it and you're not going back. You're not taking it anymore. You're awakened and you're not going back to sleep. Judgment is all about enlightenments, epiphanies, new beginnings, new inventions, new renewals. Maybe you're making people aware of things that were used in the past. Maybe you're very good at inventing something, so you might be inventing like an actual thing, a physical thing that would just better people's lives and bring a lot of justice to the world with the justice card here. You may be focusing on something here with balance, fairness, wisdom. The knowledge that you have, the wisdom that you have can bring a lot of equality to people right now. And the way that you're able to examine things and bring things to light is really like no other. I don't know anybody that can make you aware of an issue better than a Virgo. Okay? I mean, just look at the people who are Virgos. Michael Jackson, the things that he talked about. I'm just saying, those are the type of people who can point out a problem, whether you like it or not. So, but let's look at this situation. We also, I'm gonna just say this because I see it. Bottom of the deck, Magician. That's Virgo energy to me. New beginnings. One. It's all about new creative endeavors. So something that you're doing here is ship shaping the planet because you're so creative. It's something I feel very technical. I don't know, like it's definitely not for everybody, but you may be technical with a lot of knowledge, or technical with your hands and very, action oriented. Hello, Aya. So let's see your situation right now. It popped out. I'm going to take it. So intuition, your 9 energy is about completeness. Being able to watch these things happen, make your dreams into a reality. You are so good at that. Like, I feel that. There's no one who's, like I said, the inventions. You may just want to Google how many like inventors or whatever was like Virgos. Maybe that can inspire you to think more creatively about yourself. Maybe you think you're too technical or too dreamy and not able to create. But maybe that'll give you the inspiration that you need to let you know that Virgos really get things done. If you don't know that already about yourself, believe that you can do it. So let's see, what's your next action? Quickly, it popped over. Your next action is really believing spiritually. This, I'm gonna show y'all this. This is the card of intuition. This is the card of intuition. You really gotta trust yourself. That is going to be the key, like, to unlocking any creativity, any new love, any new thing that you want. Trusting yourself first. The 9 gets you back to a 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. Always go back to a 1. So after you end out this cycle, whatever this past cycle included, let's see, what's your potential here? Because this is the new beginning. So, wow, 2 cards popped out. You said 1 ain't enough. I need 2. Okay. Courage, strength, staying joyful, reaching this happy ending, getting to this 10. It's always great to complete something, number 9, but to come to an ending, number 10, is always great. Why? Because it's that new beginning, that freshness. So 1 through 9, 1 through 9 again. It's always so continuous. And it's something that you feel very determined on getting. Your potential is exponential. So being focused and determined to seek your happy ending, trusting yourself. Okay. And I said this came up in the pre-shuffle, and then now it's here at the bottom of the deck. So this in the reverse is talking about self-doubt. So are you self-judging you on a correct basis, or are you self-doubting? Let's see, what is your energy right now? Who are you? Simba. Very disciplined. Obviously, the energy of Earth. So, of course, very grounded in your responsibility. You may be pushing off how creative you are because of how mundane your routine has grown. Even if you are someone who does something that is technically creative, there is a way for you to technicalize. Technicalize, okay? That's a made up word maybe, but listen, I'm just saying, there's a way for you to take anything, any process that is creative and make it unfun. You know how like adults make processes unfun for kids? Like, school should be more entertaining or more creative or whatever, but it's very boring and mundane because of the teachers who teach it. So maybe you've gotten so strict in your routines that you forgot to play. So disciplined that you became too disciplined. You became like a strict parent to yourself. So let's see. I'm just saying, be in check, but be, So let's see, what's your path here? How can you learn more, play more? What's your path? It's all about your sudden personal transformation. Number 6 was number 16, which is about change. So it's about you making a personal change and allowing what was there A lot of people are scared to play because they were taught to be so restrictive. Obviously, you learn it as a kid. I just mentioned school, right? Okay. So you learned that in order to get things done, maybe you have a very technical job, so there's not enough play there. I've been reading books about, a scientist who learned more about, health, and then she started to, bring dancing into her classes. That was always usually, I believe she might be a Virgo or something, but she was like a brain teacher, brain teacher. But that's what she did professionally. But the moment she added and incorporated fun into her classes, it became one of the most popular classes because she added dancing and, the facts that already were there about the things. So I'm getting the, type of feeling that you're not doing anything in a burdensome way anymore. You're allowing, a personal change to come, some positivity, some dancing, some freedom. And, it definitely does take some faith. Like, I'm sure that teacher, being professor buttoned up, came into class one day in her spandex to her students. That required some change because that fear could have stopped her from being the number one person in her field. She wrote a great book, great everything. It's called Healthy Brain, Healthy Life. If you want it, Happy Life, Healthy Brain, Happy Life. Yeah. If you want to look at it, but she'll tell you all about how making a drastic change that you could be fearful of, having options sometimes get scary. Sudden changes sometimes get scary. So, not being afraid of yourself, not being afraid of everything you've ever asked for. So, let's see, what's your potential? I feel like you have infinite potential, that sudden awareness from this Four of Cups moment when you feel life turned upside down in a different way. It's like, it's like that face Fresh Prince of Bel Air, like he just like his life completely turned upside down when he had to like move. I'm making a lot of references, but just feel that for you, Virgo, to give you a deeper understanding of why personal changes, sudden changes, it's okay to change, not being so stuck in a routine that you can't change. But I know you love evidence, Virgo. Choosing your happiness and choosing your accepting that requires a different you. The Will Smith of, or the Will Fresh Prince, whatever, the Will of Philly couldn't handle who the Will of California was and needed to be. Not to bring up Will Smith, it's just to say the character, his whole character had to change, and he found that, at the end of your life, it's a better change. Maybe it's not the one that you thought you would walk down that path, but if anything, life is never this smooth. Even if you see this, you see that background, it looks flat, but it's rocky. So nothing is that easy. Not saying things can be easy, but come on now. Let's see where you are now. Let's see, where are my Virgos now? Got that Sun card. Sudden awareness can also, like that Four of Cups in reverse, let you know that sudden awareness can have you in a sudden phase of positivity, happiness, and celebration that you thought you had to do something. Like, I'm hearing this change is so emotional and just so intuition filled and focused on yourself. It's not an outer world change, it's an inner world change. And you making that change is what is signifying more wealth, more new beginnings, and, just more anything, vitality and happiness. But you thought you had to do something. You thought that after you wrote in a journal, after you, planned it all out, after you wrote the blueprint all out, for yourself. You thought that it would be all done and all mapped out. Sometimes when you come up to a place, you know, if you come to a bump on the road, like that rocky road, the night on that road, when you have a sudden awareness, it's not about what you do anymore. It's about who you be, what you know, represent, your vibration, that vitality, that life force. Where do you want to go? Oh my gosh. Listen, I told you, you got the Justice and the Judgment card. And they both have come up again in your reading. One more. You're seeing a lot of ones right now as well. You have the Ace of Cups, which is a 1. 11. This 9 plus 1 gives you 1. New beginnings, fairness, equality, justice. You're sitting on the throne. You're taking back your throne. You're forcing change, forcing equality, forcing truth within yourself so that the world can know truth as well. That may seem a little too deep for an ASMR video, but it's just real. So, how do you want to get there? Again, with the Moon card, you want to get there in the ways that the world told you that you couldn't get there. I feel like the world made you feel like you had to work extra hard and be extra blueprinted and, installed a fear that was unnecessary because they have to understand what you're doing. So, putting it in a blueprint is easier for others to understand. You don't have to make your life, your things easy for them to do or understand. You have to be true to you. So, using your dreams, your intuition, your mind, your dreams to create is a real thing that you can do, even if you can't put it into words for another person. So, you may never be able to fully describe how awesome you are at things, like, so that people can write it down and copy it or whatever, but you still are getting this through. You're getting your message through, making a change, cause and effect. That's also dreams as well, dreaming things into existence right now. Okay, let's just get 3 from this deck. From this deck. Okay. We have 2. One more. So I'm going to read these real quick. Okay. Block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. 4 of Cups. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment. Knight of Pentacles. By turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. 4 of Cups. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. So immediately ask and you immediately receive. Those 2 came out together. So all your good personal work and positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Lastly, face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light oh, of awareness. Okay. You will recognize that you in fact have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these fears of self doubt. So you may have been very good at work, but in order for you to, really change the way that you were viewing abundance or viewing your ability, um, blocking out those distractions, blocking out, whatever you need to let you know that there's always abundance there for you, is a part of facing your fears so that you can move on. So let's see. Let's get some of these. I'm in my bag. Wow, shining bright. Let's see. Okay, so bag. Something important, such as a new job or a raise, blocking out old distractions, inventing new things for yourself, and you will be receiving a precious gift by doing something risky and taking a chance. So, that is all I have for my Virgos. I really appreciate you being here. Definitely want to see you on the next one, so make sure you like and subscribe so you will be seeing me again. Also, if you have anything in the rest of your signs, check the channel so that you can go ahead and get up to speed on yourself.